gets a taste of his Saiyan roots by someone other than just being friends with Vegeta. But I think Goku. I think in doing so, it kind of takes something away from Goku's relationship with Gohan, the person who raised him. And I'm honestly, and with all the stuff that happened in the last portions of Super between him and Roshi, I kind of wish that I would see more with that, to kind of do some development with Goku's character. Something else Superhero did was also canonize the existence of Cyborg 21. Which, I don't know how to feel about that either. I mean, hooray for more female representation in Dragon Ball, though. That's definitely a positive thing. Okay, yeah, I need some... Fantastic. I wonder if any version of talk will work on this bat guy. No, Fighters is not canon. People have really latched on to Android 21 because, I mean, she has a fantastic design. I really did not like the story of Fighters. And I mean, 21 is fine and all that, but it's just like, how many times are they going to redo the Android arc storyline? Because they've done it several times now. So, I mean, they had the original one. They kind of repeated a lot of the beats of it for Trunks' new story arc with Zamasu. They did it for... yeah. And now they did it for Fighters. Oh, and I guess they also had Android 13 as well, but I really don't count that. I'll just attack him. Oh yes, and of course Superhero is... I mean, they literally just brought back 2 cyborgs and Cell. Let's get some of that tele going. Okay, then. Well, you know, the funny thing is that in Dragon Ball, there's a fan manga out where they had Cell it's called Dragon Ball Multiverse. So they don't really consider GT or Super canon because the manga started before the events of Super began. And so, I mean, they literally couldn't, but they essentially were a sequel to Dragon Ball Z in their own kind of storyline. And they actually had a giant... Multiverse is about essentially a multiversal tournament where they had, like... where, in Cell's case, he just won his own... he just won the Cell games. So, there's a lot of things I don't like about that webcomic, but Cell's in it, and him growing giant against, I think he was fighting Hilrudegarn. Or something, but anyway, yeah, he was giant in that. But yeah. So, I mean, in the show, he also had his own golden aura, and I've always had a fan theory that he was basically using Super Saiyan energy at that point in time. So, he could, given how much of him is made up of Piccolo, you could hypothetically do that. If that happened, I guess it all depends on how Beast and Orange scale against Goku and Vegeta's forms at the time, because if that happened, I could definitely see Goku and Vegeta getting involved, and even if they couldn't, one of their fusions would. So, but they weren't involved. Or Broly. They could just throw Broly at him until he dies. Anyway, what was I doing? Oh, right, yes. If it's Potara, any fusion between any two characters are possible, including Gohan and Piccolo. Pikahan. Gokalo. Picklehan. Anyway. Dezorian with a gun. It must be pretty tough if they can just walk up to me and do so much damage with the equipment that I have. It'd also be nice just to have another fusion in the show. That's not another version of Goku and Vegeta. Concept of a map for this thing, so I'm just going... Yeah, that works. I should save my magic. Of course, a good question is, so I remember hearing from an interview with the creators of Superhero is that they kind of wish that they didn't have Cell just kind of be a, you know, just a giant kaiju that had no real speaking lines, because, you know, Perfect Cell, Imperfect Cell, Semi-Perfect, and all those. I mean, Cell was intelligent. It was one of his main. One of the ways that he was refreshing as an enemy was just that he was kind of doing on Earth what Vegeta was doing on Namek. He was just kind of moving around and doing things tactically right up until he became perfect. But Cell Max was not that. So I kind of have to wonder if Cell Max is So it makes me wonder if Cell Max was just a completely different character, or if he was essentially a resurrected Cell. akin to like a Bio Broly. Is that, oh, there's some parallels there. Kinda? Well, yeah, but between that movie and this, they never kind of answered the question if it was that Broly is considered a resurrected Broly or if he's just a completely different character. Like, if they go to the afterlife, are there 2 Z Brolys or 2 cells or, you know, something like that. Or if that cell is even canonically sentient. Well, I mean, he kind of has to be, but you don't really know. Kinda, but the mutations from the TGIRI stuff is, you know, it tends to make you either mix you with something that already exists, like an animal, or, I mean, I guess depending on what canon you follow. Because I used to be huge into TMNT back when I was, you know, much younger. But generally speaking, it would mutate you and might necessarily make you stronger. I don't know. I do not think Bio Broly, after the mutation, is stronger than he was, like, immediate. In the movie, he, like, steps out of his capsule and then the stuff melts him down into Bio Broly basically immediately. I don't think he became stronger as a result. I think he actually became much weaker. So. But that's just my theory. A fan theory. So is there more over here, or... No. Okay, so at this point I should take a break and figure out where I'm going. It's 2 steps, break the road, and it is speaking nonsense. I just need to figure out where I'm going, is all. Quick transfer, 3 dungeons. So where the heck is... Do I need a 3rd walkthrough that I need to poke through? Holy hell. Okay. So I'm looking for the Laconian armor, which... Okay. Copy, find, paste... Okay. Okay, where... Okay, so flap to Dezoris exit until you see a cave. Several ice caves connecting different areas of the planet. So... north and west. Okay. Now, Janemba was definitely... I mean, we saw Janemba get created, so we know exactly what he is, and he's not... He's not that. If anything, Janemba is more or less basically just Kid Buu. I mean, a lot of the movies kind of follow like an alternate version of events that happened in canon. The Tree of Might was basically an alternate Saiyan saga. Then the world's strongest is kind of like I mean, it happened around the same. It happened around the kind of that same era, so it could have happened before or soon or later. Then there was the Cooler movie, which was alternate Frieza. 13, which 13 is like the only one of the few that I think could have happened. Oh yeah, and then there's well, anyway. Yeah, the non-canon movies are hard non-canon. Or as Vegeta said in the bridge, so non-canon it hurts. But they definitely followed kind of beats of the canon series. So, is this Ice Cave 3? It is not. Where am I? So I'm basically looking at... They needed to do something else. The problem with Cooler, I mean, aside from... Cooler has a really cool fifth form. I mean, his fifth form is basically his equivalent of Frieza's golden form. They're basically kind of the same thing, except they are shaped and look different in appearance. But other than that, he doesn't really have... But other than that, he doesn't... Sorry, that music. But other than a really cool fifth form and, you know, some really good fights between his two movies, he doesn't really add anything that Frieza didn't already. I guess, where else was he? He was also in that plot to destroy the Super Saiyans. I guess he was a little bit more interesting there. Where am I now? Wait, should I go... Okay, so... Looking at the map here. So I know right where I am, and this was kind of the areas where I was doing stuff before. Because I would have to go to the east from here to... access the one small town, and then to the left to three different areas. And I don't know where... So the area I just left, I just now realized I actually had an area I could go to. I really should see... I really need to look at one of these strategy guides to figure out. Past the 3 dungeons, in the 3rd dungeon you'll fight white dragons, which are really strong, and talk to them. Turn to the west and continue your journey strictly northwest to find the Okay. Okay, so definitely not that area I need to go to right now. So let me just go back to my map, and then I'll go back here and go this way. Measure, I will get in my Land Rover, because why not?